Okay, this video is for you if you're stuck in your Christian life and you want to take your spiritual journey to the next level and you're just not sure how to move forward. And it's also for you if you've been haunted by a difficult past. This is facing the pain within. And you and I have one thing in common. I may have never met you, but I know that we have this one thing in common. We both suffered damage as a result of living in a broken world. I mean, it's just inevitable. It happens to everybody. And what we do with that damage determines the kind of life we're going to live. And we all have pain within. And I want to talk about this pain within from four different perspectives. Number one, I want to talk about the enemy's strategy, what he wants to do with it. Number two, I want to talk about the common human response. Number three, I want to talk about God's perspective. And number four, I want to talk about our opportunity. So let me just start here with the enemy's strategy. I mean, you see these cute little cartoons of like a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. And that really is not the way things work. If you really want to understand how the enemy operates, this is the real strategy. The person that's in the enemy's crosshairs is the child, small, innocent, weak, vulnerable little children. I mean, don't imagine that Satan fights fair because he does not. He goes after little children. And what he does is he does his very best to get them into dysfunctional families and toxic schools where he can hopefully expose them to every flavor of abuse. And even if he doesn't manage to do that, he just tries to make their childhood as chaotic as possible. And even if they have a pristine, very nice, sanitized childhood, he still does his best to implant lie after lie after lie about who we are, who God is, and how God feels about us. We grow up with these lies implanted, and these lies cause pain. We say, well, I'm not worth protecting, or I'm no good, or it's hopeless, or something bad is going to happen to me, or on and on and on. We carry these lies around with us. They're not really in our conscious focus, but they're just hanging around in the basements of our souls. And then something comes along that triggers those lies. We feel that pain. And then the devil comes along with what I call the devil's dessert tray. He says, oh, you're in pain. Let me help you. I've got just the thing. Your marriage isn't working. I have somebody else that I think will make you a lot happier. Or life isn't going the way you want. I have this sweet little addiction that you're really going to like. Or whatever, just this whole variety of sins. And I mean, most people think of sin as the problem. Sin is not the problem. Sin is a solution to another problem. Sin causes problems, yes, but sin is presented to us as a solution to our inner pain. And so in short, the enemy's strategy is get as much inner pain packed into you as early in life as possible. And then when you grow up, just go from one solution to another, all of which are sin, all of which are inadequate. That's what the enemy wants you to do. So that's number one. Number two, I want to talk about the most common human response. The most common human response to all this pain that's been implanted within is to deny it, to dismiss it, to minimize it, to in some way suppress it, try to forget it, or whatever, ignore it. But the problem is that these things that we try to do to distance ourselves from the pain don't work. The pain does not go away. Instead, it festers and it comes out later as addiction, anger, arrogance, depression, disease, dysfunction, marital infidelity, sin, political activism that doesn't help anybody, and the list goes on. So this human response of ignoring it, forget the past, it really doesn't work. There are a lot of Christians who have tried to enshrine this as Christian doctrine. We are to forget the past. They make it sound very spiritual, like this is what the Bible teaches, even though the passage they quote is taken out of context. But the problem is when we do that, when we forget the past doesn't forget us, and it still creates problems in our lives. So that's the common human response. Number 3, let's look at God's perspective. What God wants to do with the pain that's in our lives is he wants to bring healing to it. He wants to take these lies that we have been told, these harmful messages, these painful messages that play in our heads, and he wants to replace them with soothing, healing, restoring, transforming truth. He wants us to have his perspective so we see the world through his eyes. And when we do, then it's like all this pain and stress and anxiety and fear and shame and hopelessness and whatever, it just goes away and we're left with peace. We're left with grace to live the Christian life. So it's part of redemption. It's a big part of how God wants to show his love to us. He just wants to remove all this junk from the inside of our souls, make us clean, make us whole. Okay, and so what is our opportunity? That's number 4. What can we do with all of this? Well, we can take this pain to God. And let me just talk a little bit about how that's done. We get tempted, we get triggered, something happens, we're all upset, whatever. We can find and feel that pain. And then once we do, we can just see what's connected to it. Where did it come from? How did it become part of our lives? And most importantly, what are the messages? What are those tapes that are playing in our heads that are causing that pain? It's not what is true, but what feels true. It's our heart level beliefs that need to be addressed here. What feels true? Because what feels true causes pain when what feels true is actually a lie. If it feels true that you're worthless, if it feels true that you're not lovable, if it feels true that it's all your fault, if it feels true that something bad is going to happen to you or any of 10,000 other lies, that's what you take to Jesus. You say, Jesus, this is what I'm feeling, and this is what feels true. If my feelings could talk, this is what they would say. What do you want me to know? And then you wait, and you let Jesus bring his soothing, healing, transforming truth to you. Now, how will he do that? I don't know. Different ways for different people. For me, it's just like a quiet whisper inside my mind. And sometimes it's just this realization, oh, wait a second, that's not true. But it's like it comes from God. And when it comes from God, it has this incredible transforming power. And what felt true a moment ago no longer feels true. And some people get these visions, these mental pictures. Kind of went through this process with one woman, and she had this 45-minute vision, and it was just incredible. I have to tell that on a different video. But anyway, it was just incredible. And everybody in the room was just in tears, and it was just so healing and transforming for her. So anyway, this is the opportunity for us. We can take this pain to God. Now, a couple things about that. Number 1, it does take courage and honesty and humility to find and face our inner pain. There's no question about that. It's scary, I've been there, and sometimes I'm still there. But if we can find that courage, ask the Lord for the courage to go where we need to go. Bring him to that place of pain and watch him bring healing to us. The other thing I want to say about this is it's not a one and done kind of deal. Everybody's looking for the microwave solution, just add water, and it's going to be all done. Well, no, that's not how this works. This is a lifelong journey. And yes, substantial healing and transformation and soothing peace can come in a very short time. But from time to time throughout life, I mean, I've been doing this for, almost 25 years, and from time to time, I still get triggered or tempted or whatever. And so, I got to find that pain, feel that pain, and take those false beliefs back to the Lord and let Him bring His healing, soothing truth. So, anyway, the pain within, it's an opportunity for God to do what He does, to show His love to us, and to transform us, to heal us, to make us whole. I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm Dwight Clow. Have a fantastic week.